first kind of thing at the event, and my God, that was lovely. Thank you so, so much. Okay, I'm gonna let this panel get on, but I insist on you asking David-Lloyd really rude questions. Please make me feel at home.
So I thought we'd start off with a question for Jane.
Oh my, okay. I'm on.
Obviously you've written Miracle Day. I was wondering how you would, as a writer, have liked to have written for Captain John or for Ianto.
Oh my God, I would have loved to have written for Torchwood in the previous seasons. I think there's Children of Men is awesome, and I would have loved to do it. And what would I have written for you guys? Sexy, sexy things.
I would let you take my shirt off. I mean, you know, in the script.
Oh, right.
Usually now I'm sick of that. I'm like, okay, well, I'll come work for you, but no nudity, forget it. But for you, yeah.
Yes!
They won't let me take my clothes off.
I'd let you take your clothes off.
And then Eve and Gareth, I want you guys to talk a little bit about Peter Capaldi, who is the new Doctor Who. Who you guys work with, and just generally your experiences with being on Doctor Who.
Peter Capaldi, wow, that is brilliant casting. You know, I thought when, before Matt Smith got cast, they should go for an older Doctor. I think Matt Smith killed it. It was brilliant. Killed in a good way. But now they have cast an older Doctor. That's more my vision of what Doctor Who is. I suggest like Bill Nighy, John Hurt, and yeah, Peter Capaldi. I think is perfect casting. He's a brilliant actor, isn't he? Yeah. And my experience on Doctor Who, I was only in 2 episodes.
It's 2 more than the rest of us.
But we got to kick the shit out of the Daleks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Firing what was it, an AK-47?
Yeah.
At a Dalek, excellent.
Yeah, I think that casting Pete as the next Doctor is such a stroke of genius. It's going to be fantastic. He's going to add so much kind of spontaneity and kind of freshness to it, and I think that's why it's gone on so long, and it's such a special programme to all of us, because every time a new Doctor comes along, they put their own ingredients into it, and I think Peter's ingredients will be super exciting for all of us.
And with each of you, with your characters, as they were developing on the program, how would you have liked to develop them more, and what would you like to have done with them that you didn't really do?
Not died. I would like to take it in more to sort of a living, breathing place.
Oh my God, you died? Don't, I haven't seen it yet. Really?
Yes, it was a good death.
An alien fart.
Ianto was killed by an alien fart. Don't forget me. Oh. Four, 5, 6, worst gas in the universe. Made a lot of Mexican food. And children. Mexican children. I cannot keep up. And I'm like, coffee, please. Well, I can't. I got enough.
I'll have a
Bow
coffee.
down to you, brother. That's great.
Well, since John's not here for this panel, can you guys sort of tell us your own interesting sort of John Barrowman experience?
I like being employed. Are there children in the audience? There you go. No. He's, yeah, do you want some earmuffs? Mama's got some. Really?
Obviously, we asked John if there's any John stories. No one will ever get to talk. So, I just thought you might have some interesting and memorable John stories that you would like to share with. But
Okay.
if not, we can talk.
Let's start as we mean to go on, shall we? Okay, one little story. I hope you can all see me, because I might not be able to say everything, but in my face I'll reenact it. We had lots of night shoots on Torchwood, and we were very tired a lot of the time, but we had a lot of fun. And I was asleep one day in the makeup chair, which sounds a bit bizarre, but I had fallen asleep. And Gwen's got quite good hair. And they put these huge big rollers in my hair, which looked like kind of wine racks, like that. Actually, I think we did use them as wine racks one day, Gareth, didn't we?
Yeah.
And it was huge. And I remember falling asleep in the chair, and all I could feel on the side of my face was kind of this. And then I heard, morning, Gwen. And as I opened my eyes, something was through my roller. Yeah, it was a good day.
Start with that story.
There's nowhere to go.
That's the cleanest one I can come up with. I'm serious. It's the cleanest one, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, I had the one about how we were doing an ADR session, and then his voice started coming through, for pretending he was directing it, going give it more empathy. And we were all confused. Who was that? And it was John Barrowman. And that's just not as good a story.
Yeah, but at the time he was doing this on my face.
He must have been on really good behavior, but he freaked me out anyway. The first day, I'm on the set, and he's grabbing. Who was he grabbing?
There would have been a few.
Yeah, Nyoko. He was grabbing Nyoko, and Nyoko's like, "Not today, John. Come on." And he wouldn't stop, and I didn't know you guys yet. I didn't know where I was yet, and I was just like, "Yo, Nyoko, man, just sneeze," because he was coming up behind her, and she's like, "What?" I'm like, "Just sneeze like this." I chew, bam, catch him right in the nose, or elbow, right elbow back that way, or just stamp on the top of the foot. There's a lot of little bones there, and you can tell pretty fast. And I remember everybody just turned around like, who let him in the play? Violent, horrible man. We're just playing around. We like each other. I was like, oh, I'm an American. I'm sorry. We're taking it seriously. I thought there was a lawsuit coming up. Yeah, I shut the telephone.
Yeah, we all like being touched up by John.
No, really, we do. It's great. I don't actually get paid when I do Torchwood, I just go to be touched up.
If you guys are interested in asking questions, just feel free to line up here by the mic and we'll get you squared away to start doing questions. What are you guys working on individually right now in terms of projects and things you're doing?
I just finished a new drama on Friday called You, Me and Them with Anthony Head from Buffy. Yes. And he's a 59-year-old and I'm a 33-year-old. Thank you for the 2 years. And we're madly in love. It was really difficult. He's so gorgeous. I love my job. He's so lovely. Yes, it's a comedy and it's a six-parter, so that'll be out in October, which I'm excited and nervous about.
I'm writing on Once Upon a Time again. The spin-off, Once Upon a Time in Wonderland, Thursdays. And Husbands, the show that Brad Bell created with me, and we have a panel at 2:30 today about husbands, so come see that too.
My band Ghost of the Robot is playing tonight. I believe it's Dragon Con in Atlanta, Georgia. Yes, that's what's happening. We're going to be getting back into the studio and recording our next album in the next few months. I am opening a play with Juliet Landau in Los Angeles on the 7th of September, and then going back into the booth and recording the next Harry Dresden book.
My band is playing tonight. Back to back with Ghost of the Robot in the Hyatt Centennial Ballroom, so please come along and watch that.
My band's playing tonight. It's called Eve Myles' Band.
They'll be playing in the kitchen.
Yeah, my kitchen.
Nobody's going to come see us now, they're going to be in the kitchen. Yeah, I've just wrapped on a zombie movie called I Am Alone, which was shot in Colorado. That will be out next summer. Premise of which is Les Stroud, Bear Grylls type survivalist character filming his show in the Colorado Rockies, and you know, a zombie apocalypse happens, as it does when that type of thing goes on. So yeah, it's called I'm Alone, and it's more to do with surviving than zombies, but I had a really good time on it, and hopefully it'll be a really special movie, so keep your eye out for that. I've got a couple of teasers with me that I might try and bribe DragonCon into putting on some of the big screens at some point. So you get a sneak preview. And I'm doing the voice for a computer game, which I'm not allowed to talk about, so sorry. And that's about it. Come and see the band and watch the movie.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to Atlanta.
Thank you very much.
Question. Did you ever hear that Gwen might get killed off?
Well, every time you open a Torchwood script, you kind of go, how am I going to die? And luckily, you know, although every script that I do get, it's kind of like, Gwen runs, Gwen runs, Gwen runs, Gwen runs, ooh, she nearly dies, she kisses James Marsters, she nearly dies, oh, then she's okay again. So you're always waiting really to kind of, you know, because that's the whole thing about Torchwood, is nobody's safe in it, so you were always prepared somehow. But if I was going to go, like Gareth and I were in Doctor Who, and we said, well, if we're going to go like Owen and Tosh with the guns and shooting our way out, fighting till the end. So I hope if we get to do another season, which I hope you don't like, if we get to do another season and I do kind of pop my clogs, it would be nice to go...
With an alien fart.
It'd be really nice to go with an alien fart. No, it'd be good to go out in true Gwen Cooper style, which would be two guns and I'm fighting the world. Thank you. Oh, with the baby in my arms.
How good was that baby? The
how good
acting
was
of
that
that baby was amazing.
I was so cheesed off when I saw that scene. Because I was like, looked down the baby's again. Completely stole the scene. She was two little boys actually, two little twin boys. Can you imagine their 18th birthday? Look at you, Jeremy. Pink bow. They were fantastic, weren't they? They were great. The trick to that scene actually was Kelly, the producer, was right at the other end of the window that I come through with a gun, kind of doing all these funny kind of things for the kind of baby to take their attention not off this mad woman shooting a gun with a gap in her teeth, but to actually want, you know, kind of to look out at the helicopter. So that's why I had that joyous expression. They were wonderful babies.
Hi, I'm Katie, and I've been watching the show since day one and absolutely love it. Gwen Cooper is one of my favorite characters of all time, and my friend Trisha would kill me if I didn't say hi for her, because she loves you as well, and you give active women like the perfect role model to do. Like seriously, she is so beautiful and so lovely.
Oh my God, I'm coming to Atlanta more often. Oh, thank you.
And my question is, for the past 2 seasons of Torchwood, they really focused on taking ordinary events, or things that we would take for granted, and expanding how the social system would work around them. And I was wondering, what would you guys pick as the next one to do? Like, take a little ordinary event and turn it into such a big spectrum to deal with society.
I think when we deal with the simpler ideas, they're more effective. I think especially with things like Children of Earth, we didn't see the 4, 5, 6 until I think it was the last episode or something like that. And then you only got caught kind of glimpses of it. The actual biggest monster within that was the government and was us, was the human beings. And I think when you turn stories like that on to mirror how we are as a society and how we are as human beings and how cruel we can be sometimes to each other, that's more frightening than any alien farting gas or, you know, weevils or whatever you may encounter. I think it's I think when you deal with people and how horrific people can be, I think that touches a nerve in everybody. I think we can all identify with that.
Also, Eve, I have a ukulele, so I can join you there.
I've always wanted a ukulele player. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, you can join.
Yes.
Marriott Kitchens, 8 o'clock.
I can't pay anything. I
can teach you.
And lessons. Oh my God, a free band member and lessons. Thank you. I'll just bring some donuts. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Christos. I just want to say, Children is one of the best things I've ever seen on television. My question is for James. I'm a big Superman fan, and I was wondering which 2 of your characters were your favorite, Lex or Brainiac? And are you gonna return to playing Superman character?
Oh man, I really enjoy playing Brainiac. I loved pretending to care about Clark Kent. I remember Tom and I we're up in a barn and there's moonlight, and I'm being his old dad guy, this is important, Clark. You gotta love people, accept the fact that life doesn't always go your way. But in fact, I'm gonna kill him. I'm just reeling him in. Come here, baby. And they would tell me what was gonna happen. They wouldn't even Tom didn't want to know. He was I want to trust this guy, so don't tell me he's gonna try to kill me later on. And so he didn't want to know, so I felt like I had the secret, and nobody else knew. And that was really fun. But Lex Luthor is such a delicious jerk. I have to say, I got to play a subtle version of him for Doomsday, and then a more blown-out version for the video game. He's just really great. I would say Lex. Yeah, Lex Luthor. Yeah.
Gareth, I just want to say thank you for portraying Ianto. You did an amazing job.
Thank you very much.
And I was wondering if you continue Ianto's rap from the bloopers.
Continue it. That's all there is. That's all there is. Sort of came to me in a flash of genius one day, and that was it. But now you've asked, I will write some more, and maybe I'll perform it by the end of the weekend. Hello.
Hi. That go off I had a really difficult high school, and you playing Ianto actually really helped me go through some stuff. So thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, sweetie.
I was going to ask, I'm a big fan.
liked you, and I absolutely loved you as Meryl.
Oh,
So
thank you.
good. And it's funny that you mentioned you're doing a computer game. So I was just going to ask, if you could voice act a TV show or a video game or something, a movie, who would you want to play? To everyone.
Mine would be Wonder Woman. Yeah, anything. Even to model her shoes. Even to be able to spin like 90 miles an hour like she does in an advert would be amazing. Yeah, I think she's great.
I think you'd be a good Wonder Woman,
Do you?
don't you?
Yeah.
Don't you?
I would like to do any role in Last of Us, but I'd love to do the dad, you know. But he was so good, I wouldn't really want to take that away from him. I would like to try to do Piccolo in a video game. I'm not done with that yet. I will destroy you. Yeah, those two.
Computer game. Oh. Phew, that's a tough one. Someone with a gun. Who's got it? I think Ash from the Evil Dead, the original Ash. Bruce Campbell. Yeah, I'd like to carry on that sort of version of Ash in a computer game. That would be good fun.
That would be good. Thank you.
This is for Eve and Gareth. I was wondering if you could talk about the experience and process of recording the audios, and specifically for Gareth, the gut-wrenching House of the Dead.
Sorry, what was the original question?
Experience and process of recording the audios for both of you.
Oh, it's brilliant because you can put on weight and grow a beard and not have to get in a costume every day. I mean, you have to be a bit more specific with it because you've only got the sound to put the story, to put the intention across. So can be quite difficult art. But yeah, it's nice, isn't it? You go in and just sort of chuck some jogging bottoms on, and just scratch your balls when you're doing it.
You see me scratching my balls in there.
Oh, I saw you that once.
Oops.
It's a slightly different process as an actor, but it's just as fun. As long as the characters are good and the storytelling is good and it means something to you, then it's always fun.
It's actually I found it really difficult actually because it's just you in a room with the words in front of you, and you've got to keep that book alive for the entirety that you're reading it. So when you do naturally feel when you're reading a book, you start to get a little bit tired, you start to kind of slip on words, or you kind of read the same sentence 3 times. In an audiobook you can't get away with that. So I think it demands a tremendous amount of attention, doesn't it, and focus, and you certainly can't have had a late night the night before. You've got to go in really kind of focused and do it. They're really difficult, but when you get them right, because I'm a huge fan of audiobooks, I love them, and to be given the chance to do it was really great. But as Gareth says, a completely different skill.
I find a lot with audiobooks as well. Some performances can become mannered. I'm guilty of it myself. You're focusing on your voice, and then every sort of nuance, and you become mannered. Then you can't become too relaxed because then things are lost. So it's just getting that balance right of putting the character across without going too far and not being too subtle with it.
You've got to read every line like you're telling a story to somebody you really love, really quietly in their ear.
Well, you got it right.
Oh,
Thank you.
Got it down a little bit for this one. So we've got 2 of the people who, in some regards, fought for the heart of Captain Jack. There was some tension in the episode.
Was it his heart we were fighting for?
Various pieces of Jack. And you both have your bands here. Can we expect any sort of battle of the bands over Captain Jack kind of thing?
I don't think it'll be a battle. I think it'll be a coalition.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. No. I think
it'll be a menage a trois.
Yeah. No problem.
I'm actually in the battle.
We'll both be battling Eve's band in the kitchen.
didn't work.
I know. Sorry, it's hot as an old dude's bollocks in this video. No, my question is... Sorry,
How hot are Nude's bollocks?
Where are you from? Where are you from?
I'm from Norfolk.
Oh, right. Yeah. Welcome to Atlanta.
Yeah. No, my question is, obviously we all know Torchwood's brilliant at bumping people off. So at the end of the season, when Tosh and Owen were going to be off, how did you all find out? And how was the atmosphere when you found out they were breaking up the band?
The actors told us, as is their right, and you know it wasn't like a breakup of a family. We forged such a close working relationship, and we couldn't believe it. We were absolutely flabbergasted. I was more surprised when I died. No, you know when you work so closely with people, especially people who are as nice and as hardworking as Byrne and Naoko, you know, it is upsetting, and those emotions you see on screen for those last couple of scenes, it's very real.
Excellent.
Yeah. You're right.
Hi, Joshua from Australia, not as impressive as that.
Oh, I'm how's it bloody going? You alright?
First, I just want to say, Ava, I think you're amazing, and my mom, especially from Australia, wanted me to say that she emulates you, her sort of kick-ass, don't take shit from anyone attitude. You're a real role model, so I just want to say thank you.
Wow, thank you very much. It's very kind. I love you. Just call me.
I just wanted to know, with Doctor Who and Torchwood being such an amazing and quite giant universe, really, with appealing to everyone, what was like the big moment in all of it that made you really fall in love with it?
Okay, I'm not going to be silly, I'm going to be real. It was the first time I walked onto the hub set. And, well actually, the beginning of the kind of Who-niverse, as it was getting the part of Gwynedd in the first comeback of the Doctor Who, you know, the kind of the big round when Chris Eccleston came back as the Doctor. To be involved in that was really exciting because we didn't know if it was going to work. And to come back onto that, it was really exciting to be on set with somebody, for me to be able to call him the Doctor, you know, and to be with Rose, and it was brilliant and exciting. And of course, with the success of that was just, it was brilliant to see. But then when we got Torchwood, you know, we were born from Doctor Who, you know, that's the mothership, and we'll always be so grateful to that. But when we walked onto the hub for the first day and seen how much work had gone into building this incredible set, wasn't it, Gareth? It was incredible. All of a sudden, I just burst into tears and kind of went outside, phoned my mum, and kind of just went, this is going to be big! This is going to be great! So moments like that I will cherish. Thank you. Tell your mum hi. Tell her she chose well.
Hello. Hi. If there was any sort of episode that you hadn't been in but wanted to, which one would it have been?
Season 4.
I would have loved to have been in any of them. I would, yeah. I mean, but if they brought that character in, it would have changed the episode because I would have blown something up. Or,
I tried, James. I tried to get you back all the time. I did. I was just like, James would be great for this. James would be great for this. Yeah, but he's so recognizable as Captain John. Yeah, let's bring him back as Captain John in this. I tried and tried and tried.
I even wrote you into the comic when I wrote the comic.
Yeah, we tried. We wanted you back so bad.
I got an action figure in only 2 episodes. When the action figure came out, I was like, oh, I'm back.
Yeah. But how good was he? Fantastic.
By the way, I fell in love with Torchwood when I was doing an interview with the BBC. It was in the back of an SUV and it was raining, and they were like, what do you think about the homophobic backlash against Torchwood? And I was like, we have a backlash.
That's actually perfect because that kind of coincides with what I was going to ask. Oh, howdy all.
Hi there.
I just wanted to ask about the bisexuality in the show. A lot of people think that, you know, every character is bisexual. How do you guys feel about that? And you're such a positive, and I really thank you guys from the bottom of my heart because, you know, it's exposure for the GLBT community, and as a trans pan man, I really, really appreciate it.
Everyone is gay.
Yeah, I wouldn't sort of even leave it as bisexuality. I just say the characters are forward-thinking and open-minded.
And to have choice is always a good thing. Lots of choice is good. I mean, Captain Jack, I mean, he fell in love with sideboards, didn't he? Chairs, tables, you name it.
Curlers.
Curlers. He loved hair curlers. And don't even get talking to me about blinds on windows. I think whatever we were given, we wanted to do complete justice to, and stop the naivety that's going on in the world. We just want to show what the world is really like, and to do it to the best of our ability. And with Russell T Davies behind the pen, it was going to always be done truthful and to the best of its ability. So I hope it represented everything really well.
It did. It was all
Good.
perfect.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I'd like to thank the panel for coming out today. Good seeing you guys.
Thank
Welcome
you.
to Atlanta.
Thank you very
And
much.
I just got a question for you. I know you work with John Barrowman, but what's it like working with the other half of that coin, Mekhi Phifer from Miracle Day? You got the ebony and ivory of the time universe. I just want to know how that works out. Because in the Miracle Day, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, me too. I'm not joking. Take care, it's been lovely seeing you all. It was,
Really, we can do this for Ianto.
it was brilliant. I mean, and I'll never forget sitting around the table at the read-through on the first day in Warner Brothers. You know when you're really scared, when you're kind of like, you've got cold sweats and you're really scared, so you're like a swan, and on the top you're kind of like, you're gliding and you look like you're completely in control and you know what you're doing, but underneath you're like like that. And that was basically my first day at Warner Brothers, kind of just glide, just keep telling yourself your name is Eve Myles, your name is Eve Myles. You know, don't forget who you are, just sit there, don't swear and don't spit at anybody. Don't tell the John Barrowman roller joke. Just get on with the day. And I remember sitting at the table and kind of just opening the first page, and it was Gwen, and all of a sudden I felt like, it's okay, I have a friend with me, I have Gwen Cooper with me, I'm okay. And then Mekhi Phifer started to talk, and literally he has this voice. I almost asked him to marry me. He has this really cool New York, and nothing like that. Nothing like that. But this kind of vibrating beauty. Sorry, I said vibrating. Yeah, this voice was amazing, and then John, the two of them together was just, they got on. I mean, we all get on so well. And
Did you go skiing?
Did I go skiing?
Skiing. You got it.
Well, I imagine one pole is bigger than the other.
I would have gone skiing.
Well, Atlanta. Yes, I did.
somebody had to cross the line, Jesus.
Okay, with as sexy as all three of you are, and then the sexuality of the show, have you guys read the fan fictions about your characters?
By the way, I think you mean as sexy as all four of us.
Thank you for standing up for me there, Jane. Thank you. I find the gap quite sexy.
I read a quarter of one. I couldn't finish it. I had to go.
What, you had to go skiing? I'm
skiing.
taking up skiing this year, let me tell you.
I had a skiing appointment. Could not be missed.
Hello, I'm Stephanie.
Hi, Stephanie.
I first want to say that I love all of you. Jane, I love your writing. It's beautiful. And speaking of your writing, since you're like one of the main writers for Torchwood now, are you thinking of doing crossovers with Doctor Who again?
There are no current plans for more Torchwood, so I can't speak to that, but it sure seems like it would be awesome.
Just saying, I think that if Captain John came on to Doctor Who,
Yeah.
or came on to Doctor Who,
Or came on Doctor Who.
As long as it's tasty.
Or tasty. I'm a parent.
Anyway,
I'm a mother.
my question has nothing to do with that.
This is the Randiest.
Welcome to Torchwood!
Hi, I'm Bridget. So I had a really rough patch this year, and Torchwood, I actually started Torchwood last October, and that was kind of in the middle of everything, and watching Torchwood inspired me and brought me back to my roots and made me realize that I want to be an actor. So it's something I've been doing since I was a little kid, and I'd gone away from it, and you all just, I can't even explain how much you inspired me. And so, obviously. So my question has more to do with the TV aspect of it all, because I'm trying to figure me out. And I just wanted to know if you guys had, preferred working in American TV, in American film, or British TV, British film. All of you worked with different aspects. So.
I just had an amazing experience in Colorado. I mean, it was very low budget, passion project, but the crew and everyone that was on there were incredible. Everyone really wanted to make it a good project. And the Warehouse 13 that I did, shot that in Canada with the American crew. That was a great experience as well. So I'd love to do more work over here. But I couldn't really choose between sort of British or the American. I think if you're working with talented, passionate people, it doesn't matter where they hail from. The end result is usually the same.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a big difference, to tell you the truth. It's really about, is the director good, is the writer good? And if that's true, it's kind of the same.
I heard there's more food on the American sets.
There's definitely more deep fried food on the American sets.
I don't normally go to the crafty table. I learned you just don't even find out where the crafty table is.
I'm all about the crafty table.
Yeah, me too.
No, seriously, I am all about the crafty table. It makes my day, the crafty table. It's just
The worst food, though, is in Romania. The worst. Oh, my God. Fried vegetables of some kind, like boiled first and then crusted and then fried, but then, oh, God. Just like I'm going to lose a lot of weight on this one. It was a Medal Berlant. It was a French television series. We were doing a cowboy thing. And we were shooting in the old Cold Mountain set in Romania. And they had a they had like a lunch counter thing in, at that set, because I guess it's like a really popular place to Castle Films, I think it's called. And a lot of people rent that cowboy town out. Because it's like a whole cowboy town. It's like Disneyland, except for cowboy. You can shoot around the corner, and there's a whole other part of it over there, and you can go anywhere in this little town. But don't eat anything.
I loved California basically because of In-N-Out Burger.
In-N-Out Burger.
Oh my God.
I miss it so much.
I want a double. I want a 4x4 with animal sauce.
Animal fries.
Double fried fries.
Yeah, double up that milkshake and double that milkshake when you're doubling that one up. Yeah, double it all up. Double my burger right up.
I think, it's basically what the boys are saying. If you've got a good script and a good director and a good cast, you don't care where you are. You could be in a cave, you could be in America, you could be in Britain. It's about the work and the burgers.
Doubles.
Hi everyone. I was wondering, Eve, was it always the intention?
Hey, friend.
Hello. We had a moment.
I know.
I'm not easily flustered, well done.
Neither am I. I've come to Atlanta and I've been shocked. I found out about skiing in Atlanta.
We didn't do it, he did.
It's going to be great to go back. So what was Atlanta like? Skiing was great.
I've been skiing, not on the slopes.
Go on, sorry.
Sorry. Eve, was it always the intention that Gwen was a descendant of Guinevere, or was that something that sort of came out later? Because I love how Russell, would do that, Tosh played, the character that Naoko had played on Doctor Who, they made reference to, and so they sort of kept that going.
Yeah, Russell is super, super clever. I'm sure he had that in his mind from day one. But he certainly didn't let me know about it. But that's a good thing because I didn't play it. It came as much of a shock to me as it did to the viewer. So it was lovely to connect Gwen with Gwyneth. So it just means that Gwen's family line has always been something to do with the Rift. So she was meant to be Gwen Cooper, and she was always meant to work with Captain Jack Harkness, preserving the Rift and making sure everything was okay. But I certainly didn't know about it, and it was a lovely surprise when I got the script.
Thank you. And I'm looking forward to seeing the concert. I haven't been able to see you guys play in a long time, so
Thank you.
Forward to it. Oh, it's special. Oh, yeah.
Can you play the ladle? You're looking for percussion, aren't you?
I can sing. Do that.
You can
band.
sing?
Yeah.
Come on, then.
I'll sing. All right. I'll write a song about skiing.
Okay. Call me.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
This is our last question. Hi.
Hi, my name's Shy. I love you, James. I grew up with you and watching Buffy, and I love you, Ianto. I love you, Eve, so much. I'm sorry to call you Ianto, but my question. Thank you. I've met both of you two outside. So my question is I know. For Torchwood team, sorry Jane, I love you still, once upon a time. Anyway, since all three of you was the love interest of Captain Jack Harkness, who was sexy as I don't know what, did y'all fight on this set oh, he's mine, or no, he's mine?
Quite the opposite, actually.
Leave me alone!
Eve, it's your turn. It's your turn. I'm sore. Quick, we need to keep our jobs. Just go in there with him for 5 minutes.
But
Wait till James Marsters gets here, then he can have a go.
I always thought he was mine, but I was just renting him out. He can have his little dalliances, but he'll come back home. I'm a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Skiing.
Our first and last Dragon Con.